Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on this bell icon to get all the latest videos. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So this is the second part where I'm going to show you how to work with the React.js application. We're going to install the React app and use Axios library to get every information, products information from our Django API. So, and we work with React Bootstrap, we work with React routers, set up our components and route. We'll work with the design the React project. Okay, and our main work is to load all the products in a nice cut view. Okay, so we're gonna use the fact, okay, use the state and load all the products from axios.get function, and we're gonna work with Django and React integration, which is very important. Go to our project, which is Django React full stack, and open the server in a VS Code. Okay, so this is very important. You need to start your Django server, otherwise it will not work. To work with Django server, you need to start the MySQL server first, because it's working with MySQL database. So you need to start the XAMPP server, Apache and MySQL. So start those. I guess it's started, as you can see. Okay, now it started. Now we need to run our API Django server, Python manage.py run server. So it will run our Django API in the localhost 8000. This is our API. Okay, localhost 8000, and if we go to the /API, it will give us all the product information that we want, and we want to get all those information from this API into React project. Okay, so for that we need to do some important thing. We need to create a React application now, and here in the root directory of Django, and so this is the root directory, Django React full stack project. Here we have the server, and now we need to go to the git bash and run this command, npx create -react -app. Its name is client. Npx create app to create a new React project named client, and it will take some time to create this project, React project, and you can skip this part as well. So this is the page that we're going to work on to get all the products from this API. And let's see, as you can see, our localhost 8000 is running and our main MySQL server is running. Make sure all of this is running. Then we see what we're going to do, and then to install the Axios library, React router DOM, all of those things. Okay, so our project is React project is created. Just close this and go to client and open it with VS Code. Go to terminal, new terminal, and just write npm start, okay, to start our React project. As you can see, it's running on localhost 3000, but our API is running on localhost 8000. So there is a difference. Be careful with that. Our client will work on 3000 and our backend will work with 8000. This is our React app is working just fine, and we have the package.json file that will hold all the things that we installed in this React application. Okay, so this is the normal. If you don't know React at all, you just need to work some React basic, but I'll cover whatever you need in this project. You need a little bit of React knowledge to work with this project. Basically, this is very important. And create another shell, which is this one. This will run our localhost 3000 server for the React app, and create plus icon. It will give you another shell to work with your command line, and you need to install npm i Axios library to work with get request, post request from this API, all of those things. And you need to install React router DOM to work with our different pages. We can go from one URL to another URL, and it will render those components. So we need to have a good routing system in React. For that, we need to work with React router DOM. And another one is React Bootstrap. And if we go there and go to the React Bootstrap, you need to install that as well, React Bootstrap, and go to React Bootstrap and get started. And you need to install npm i React Bootstrap. Okay, to copy this thing and paste it here. So we need Axios, React router DOM, and React Bootstrap. As simple as that. We need Axios library, React router DOM, and React Bootstrap. And then we'll set up our component and project folders and files and pages that we work on. Okay, and we'll render our show products in a React component. And all of those things will install. It will take some time, and just wait for it. And React router DOM, all of this thing is installed. Okay, now we can work with our main project. And as you can see, to work with our React Bootstrap, we need to import something, which is this one, this CSS file. Import bootstrap distribution CSS bootstrap main.css in the app.js file or index.js file. So we have two files. If we go to the source, we have app.js file, which is our main application. Okay, and we have the index.js file that is rendering our app component. So it is rendering this app component, app.js component. Okay, this is the function app, which is rendered by this render index.js. So we need to import that as well. So here we have to import bootstrap dist css bootstrap main.css. okay, it will handle all the bootstrap for us. So we'll need bootstrap later. If you go to the package.json, you will see all the things that you have installed. Okay, so if you go there, as you can see, we have Axios, you have bootstrap, you have React Bootstrap, you have React DOM, you have React Router DOM. All of those things that you have installed is added in the package.json file. Now I need to create a component, which is new folder source, and name it components. Okay, so in React, all the things are components based architecture. All the things are a component. Your header is a component, your footer is a component, your each thing individual card is a component. All of the things is a component. So you need to go just component, and here you can create a new folder and add a header. Okay, make another folder, and here you can work with your header section, but I'm not going to do that. Let me delete this. This is a very simple folder, we don't need that. You can delete this thing. Work with component, and component will have all the functionality, all the pages that you currently have. Okay, so in the component folder, I'm going to create a new file, and it will be a JavaScript JSX, and it would be a JSX file. Okay, so this is a simple JavaScript function it will hold, and we'll name it show products.jsx, or you can write .js. okay, it is JavaScript file. So in the components we have show products, and make another component, it will add products. Okay, sorry, it should be add product.js, and make another component, okay, which is update product.js, and another component would be for our detail of individual product. So detail product, so you can write it like product detail.js. So we have one for update, one for add, one for show individual product, and one is for showing all the products. Okay, so if we go to the show products and write RSC, okay, so it will create a simple function show products. Okay, and you need to export that show products to work with other component. Like we need to import the show product in the app.js file later, so we need to work with that. Okay, so this is very important. So if you go to the show products, let me give it a normal h1 tag, it will show all the products. Okay, and you need to import that thing to app.js. So here we need to delete all the thing, and here you need to import that. So what you can do, you can write show products. As you can see, it's imported. So import show product from root from /components, and it will go to the show products, and it will import that function to app.js file. When you import that to app.js file, it will render this. If we go to localhost 3000, as you can see, it's importing that. It is showing all the products. And if you go to add product page and create similar function and give it a name, add product. Okay, add product. So you need to save it and go to the app.js file, and here you'll write add product. Okay, so it will import add product component from component add product. Okay, now it will show two things. It will show add product and show all the products. So these are the simple component, each individual component that we're gonna work on. Okay, so these are very important, but we need to import first all the thing. Let me import every single pages, but first we're going to work on show products and then we're going to work on add products. Okay, so we need to route all of those things. So to route with individual component, we need to work with React router DOM. So you need to import everything from React router DOM. So from React router DOM we need to import browser router as router. Okay, so we don't need to write full name browser router, we can name it as router. We need to also import route from the React router DOM, and we need to import switch. Okay, and we need all of those basic things to route all of our components. Here you need to write router, and within this router you need to create a switch. Okay, so in the switch just delete all those things. We're gonna route between all of those components. So first we go to the route. Okay, route, and we need to write exact path to, this is the root directory which will show all the products. Okay, and our component, it will render the component of show products. So when we go to this slash, which is the root directory of our application, it will render all the products from the API. Okay, so make another one, just copy this thing, very simple. And if you work with slash add product, if you go to the slash add product, localhost slash add product, it will render this page, add product page. Okay, so this is simple architecture. So if you go there now and refresh it, and in the root directory localhost 3000, it will show all the products. If you go to slash add product, write it perfectly, it will add the product. Okay, and if you go to the root directory, it will show all the products. So this is perfectly done, our routing is done, and then we'll work with single page like product detail, update, all of those things later, but normally we just do this. Okay, so we need a navbar component. Okay, so we need to create a new file which is navbar menu.js. in the navbar we need to create a function rsc, and it will also be a navbar component. And for that we need to go to our React Bootstrap and go to component. Okay, here we will have all the cards, all those navbar component as well. Just you need a navbar, this one. Okay, this is working fine. Just copy all of those things and paste it here. Okay, so in the div we have the navbar component. So we don't need all of those things, we don't need we just need, this will be called as products. Okay, we need all, these are the links that we have. This is the navbar. We don't need a form here, we don't need a drop down, so delete those things as well. Okay, so we have only two links which are important. So nav collapse, we also don't need a collapse. Okay, so we need to import navbar. Just write here navbar. As you can see, it's imported from React Bootstrap because this component is coming from React Bootstrap. So navbar, we need to import nav as well. So you just write nav, this one, or you can write from here import navbar from React Bootstrap. And let's see if it's working or not. We need to import that to app.js file. Here within the switch we have all the routes to show all the products and add product. In the router we need to import that, which is navbar menu. So this navbar menu is this component. Okay, in this navbar menu we need to import that into the React app function and the navbar menu within this router. We need to do that. So let me see if it is working. So as you can see, our navbar menu is working perfectly. We have home link, we have link, all of those things, it's working perfectly. So in the navbar link, so So this all the thing is working. We need to work with link. Okay, so just delete those things, we don't need this. We need to work with nav link. Okay, so nav link, so we import this nav link from react router DOM. Okay, so nav link to where it will go, first it will go to the slash and it will render all these products. Okay, and just copy this thing and next paste it. If we go to the add products page, okay, if we go to the add product, sorry, it is add product, which is coming from this link, which is slash add product. If we go to the slash add product, it will go to add product page. Okay, so our navigation is done. This is the root directory where we'll reload all those products from this API, and when we go to the slash add product, it will give us a form to add product in our React application. Okay, so let me check. So we have products, it will show all the products. If we go to the add product, it will go to the add product. As you can see, there is no reloading of this page, only the URL changes. So this is the beauty of React application, it doesn't reload. Okay, so our routes are not looking so good, but we'll design it later. A little bit of code to this, which is class name. It is for show products navigation, and give it a class name of show. It is add product navigation. So we can work with those things as well. First need to work with show products navigation. Okay, so go to the app.js or index.js, whichever you like. Let me go to the app.js file, and here we'll add our CSS. So show products nav, and here to have a margin left of 5 pixel and margin right of 5 pixel, size of 18 pixel, and font weight, which is 600 bold, and color, let me add a nice color to it. As you can see, it's working perfectly. And then let me increase the font size to 22 pixel, and same as before, we'll work with Navbar component, the add product navigation. Go to app.css and add a new, all of those things. Okay, all of those CSS property. Okay, it's also working perfectly. As you can see, we have products, it will show all the products. If you go to add product, it will give us a form. Okay, it's perfectly done. Make our navigation, and in the navigation we have our links to go to that particular URL, and we set up our app.js to load our particular component at particular URL that we hit. So now our main work is to work with our show products page. Okay, so for that we need to import important thing, which is use state, to work with our state in the React function. This is actually a React hook, so for that we need to work with use state to work our state things in our React function. This is function based component, so we need to work with use state to hold our state. Okay, we also need use effect to work with our component did mount method that we used to use in React class based component, but here we need to use effect. Okay, and use state to hold our state. So this is very important thing, and save it. And here we need to create our states API. When you see that, if you go to the localhost /API, okay, you will see all of those things: ID, name, image, price, description, category. All of those things we have, we need to get all of those things part by part. So for that you need to create, okay, so it should be, so let me create a products. Okay, it will hold all the products information, and set products will set all the products in the use state and use it, and it will have an array of objects. Okay, and then we need to create a function which is const get products, and it would be an asynchronous function. Okay, make sure you have arrow there, and make sure it is asynchronous function. And here we need to have a const response, and it will have a response from Axios library, Axios. And if you select Axios and press enter, it will import the Axios from Axios library that you have installed, and it will have axios.get. okay, it will get everything from this, and it will log console.log all those response.data. okay, so we need to go to the localhost 8000/API and paste it here. okay, make it localhost /8000, and if you go that URL hit, and it will get all the data. And we need to call use effect when the component is when you run this component, when you run this application, it will first work with, it will show all the products that is coming from this API. So for that we need to use effect and this function and add this thing, all those API only one time. For that we need to use this bracket, and here we need to call the get products function. okay, so our get product function is calling all this thing information from this API, and it is waiting for this API information to come, and it will log all the responses in our web browser. okay, so we'll see all of this first. So let me see if it is working or not. So if we go to the show products and view inspect and console, as you can see, it's not working properly because the access control allow origin, this localhost 3000 has been blocked by course public policy. So the Django is not letting the information to pass to React project. For that we need to work with important thing, which is configure our Django to work with React. So we need to install Django course headers. okay, Django -course/headers. just copy this line and go our Django project. This is our Django project, and get out of the server. okay, so this is our API. Just you need to just paste it, Django pip install Django course headers. It's already satisfied, already installed it. So in your case you might need it. So it's installed properly, and go to the settings.py file. Here you need to add this thing to our application. okay, so you need to copy this thing, course headers, and add this to this place. okay, you need to import that. okay, then you need to set a new middleware. okay, and your middleware is course headers dot middleware dot course middleware. you need to copy this thing and paste it here. okay, you need to add your middlewares properly to work with our React projects, and you need to install the course header and add course middleware. And then one more thing, inside the after the database integration, you need to import one more thing, which is course origin whitelist. And this is the localhost 3000 which is running the React app. You need to give permission to it, otherwise it will not work in the React application. It will not send those data to the React. okay, so you need to just set it, just write course origin underscore whitelist is equals to, in the list you need to use http://localhost 3000. it will run the React application. Now let me run this server again, clear all of those things. Python manage.py run server. Now this is working perfectly, the React application. If we run it, /API connection refused. Let me see what's going on. So make sure everything is working in the backend. Course header middleware is added, course headers is added, add the cross origin whitelist. okay, make sure it is working as well. If you save it now, oh okay, now you have a space there, but space is not working, space will not work. Just make sure every space is perfectly done. Now if we go to our React application and rerun it, as you can see we have two objects, one is 0, one is 1. These are the two objects that we have. Each object carries category, description, image, name, price, all of those things. okay, if you have thousands of objects, you will have thousands of objects like 0, 1 up to 1000. So this is all the information is coming from the API. You can go to the show products page, and here you have the all the data. So we don't need to do that. We will set to products. So this is the set state function like we used to do in React class based component, but in the React function based component you need to use set products. Now it will set all the products that is coming from this API into this product variable. Okay, state. So this is a state. We will set all the information to this product. Now it will hold all the product from this API. Now it will have response dot data. Okay, like it will have all the data, and save it. And now we can use map function, and let me write a second bracket and use products dot map. It will have individual product. Okay, and it will have an index, and here the arrow function will show this information in a div for now. Okay, in the div we will show information like image, and image will have a source attribute, and it would be individual product dot its image. Okay, in the API we have image, like if you zoom in we have this image field, name field, price field, so all of the fields that we have. Okay, now we can copy this thing, and you have your paragraph tag, and here you can write product dot name. Okay, and you have your product, let's copy this thing, product description, and it will have a product dot price. First we have the name, price, description, and then we have a category. Let me see our application. So this is the thing that we used, but here instead of second bracket we need to use a first bracket and show all the information there. Just cut it and paste it. Okay, now it's working. Instead of using second bracket here, you need to use first bracket and render all this information here. We have product dot image, we have name, price, description, category, all of those things inside this block. Okay, now let me see. Okay, our all of information is coming, all the products, images, its name, its price, its description, its category is coming properly. So let me give it a height of 300 and width of 200. Okay, so now it's working perfectly. As you can see, all the information is coming exactly from this API we have written. Now this div is not so good looking. Okay, so div is not that perfect. We need to show it the information in a card view. So for that you need to go to React Bootstrap, and very simple, go to cards and just copy this card style. Okay, just copy this, simple, this card here. We'll paste all those things. First we have the card, then we have a card image, then in the card body we have the title, text, all of this thing. Let me delete the title text and cut it and paste it here. Okay, and we have one title, and title will hold our product dot name, and this will hold card dot text will hold our product dot price, and you can copy this thing again and again. And this is for description, and this is for category. Okay, so we have name, price, description, category, and for the image we need to do something. The dynamic content, it should be product dot image. Okay, make sure the card width is 22 rem, and it has a class name, of margin of 2, and make sure it is rounded, and it has a shadow. So we have a shadow LG and make sure the card is rounded and it has a nice shadow to it, and it will hold all this information. So go there. Okay, the card is not defined. Okay, we need to import the card from the React Bootstrap. So we need to import card. Okay, so the card is imported from React Bootstrap. We need to import a button, okay, that will show detail of this information. We need to import a button. Okay, so if you save this and see, as you can see, we have a nice card view. Inside card view we have images, name, price, description, and it will show detail. It will go to the detail page. But in this video I'm not gonna make a show detail page. Okay, later in the later part you will see that. So all of the information is coming properly. You need one more thing, like card info. Okay, this is products dash card info. Okay, products dash card info. We need to add a CSS class to it. Okay, so app.css, you need to import that, all this thing. So it is display flex direction row, and have a margin of 5 pixel and padding of 2 pixel. Okay, let's save it and let's see. You have a class name, not here, just copy it from here and paste it into this thing. Class name, paste it here. So here it will show all the information. Okay, as you can see, it's showing all the information. So this is all the part. This is how you can connect with the Django. So in this part I talked about how you can configure your Django application using the whitelist, give the permission to localhost 3000, and add the course, okay, course headers and course headers middleware, okay, and work with all of this information, okay, and get all the information in your React project. And I created all those components for you. For adding product, we created a Navbar to navigate, and we style this using app.css file in the component, and learn how many packages or libraries that we have installed, like Axios, Bootstrap, React Bootstrap, React Router, DOM, all of those things, and get all the information. And we also learned how to do router, like route or switch. And the switch, we have all this routing, like show, if you go to the root directory, it will show the products. If you go to the /add product, it will go render add product, and inside a navbar menu, okay, inside a router. And the app is the main root directory, the father of all the components that we want to render. So if you want to work with more components, just add it here, like update, single page, detail page, all of those things. So these are the things that I have covered in this tutorial. So in the next part I'm going to work with how to add your product and work with add product component. So thanks for watching. I'll come up with the next video.